Good evening. We are again here. Another day. I hope all are surviving. So, today my topic is discourse on loving friendliness. Metta Sutta or Karaniya Metta Sutta. According to traditional Buddhist countries, this is one of sleeping tablet. I am saying so because they use, when they have some trouble to sleep, they use this discourse to chant. That's why I said it is sleeping tablets. They got some fear because of something. Then they're ready to chant this discourse. Otherwise, most of them who can memorize, in traditional, as I know, in Sri Lanka, even little boys, girls can memorize this discourse. But they don't know the real meaning of this discourse. I remember a few weeks ago, I was participating in another discussion. A scholar monk mentioned, this is Buddhist anthem. This is Buddhist anthem. Yes, it is. It is Buddhist anthem. I'm 100% agree with that monk. When you're going into deeper level of this discourse, there are so many details, instructions. In our whole life, if you can spend time to just learn this discourse, that's enough. That much deep meaning is here in this discourse. So, in traditional Buddhist countries, this is very simple. I mean, sometimes very scholar monks, they don't touch these small things. These kind of things belongs to children and infants to talk. So I'm in that category. I'm an infant in Buddhism. Therefore, I like to use this discourse. I hope you all are in same boat with me. Say, let's go with this discourse. What does it really mean, and what is not the light, the pan? Give me. So, the background story is for this discourse was, there was a group of monks during the Buddha's time got advice to practice meditation. It's looked like nearly rainy retreat period. They went to a particular village. Then the villagers were very happy, invited to observe Vasa there and stay there. They prepared the kutis, it means cottages for the monks, and they were supporting. So, with the advice, as following the advice given by the Buddha, all the monks start to practice meditation and all their other Dhamma practice. But few days later, each and everyone having kind of difficulties in their life. Sometimes they can't sleep during night, they can't eat. So many troubles happen individually. But they did not talk each other about this situation. They didn't want to talk. Therefore, they don't know this is it has become the problem to that community. Community means the monks who were there. They did not know each other because they did not talk each other the matter. Somehow, 2 weeks later, they gathered for Uposatha. Every 2 weeks, traditionally, we gathered for Uposatha every 2 weeks. It would be full moon day or new moon day. So somehow 2 weeks later, when they were gathering there, looking at each and everyone, they were understanding themselves. There is something happening because all their body is getting weaker and weaker. Their appearance are not healthy. Look like they all are facing kind of troubles. Looking at all these physical appearance, they started to talk. What is happening? Then, when they started to talk, everybody was in the same boat. All are facing same troubles. No sleep, no enough food. Enough food means they have food, but they can't eat. They have some stomach problems, headaches, something like that. So then, at that Sangha meeting, Uposatha day, talking all these difficulties, they came to a conclusion, which was, better to go back to the Buddha to explain the situation that we are facing here now. So they go back to see the Buddha and everything. And all of monks, there were 60 monks, all of together started a journey, go back to see the Buddha, to get the advice again. So they went to the Buddha, they met there, and generally Buddha always is starting the discussions, how are you, how is your food and lodgings, all these things. Normally Buddha asks. We can see in suttas, all the time he started with that, it is kind of greeting, the way how Buddha accept them. So at that time, they started to explain their difficulties, which was going through with them. Then they recognize each other and the Buddha, these difficulties. Then they suggested, Venerable Sir, give us different advices, and also allow us to go to different place. Then Buddha said, look, analyzing all these matters and things, then Buddha said, no. You don't want to change your place. Go back and sit there, practice there, but change the system. Change the method. No need to change the place. This is kind of very interesting things, no? In here, even this background storytelling is something very important. If you have some kind of problems, troubles, matters, changing place is not a solution, not a good solution sometimes. Sometimes there might be. Most of us normally do this. If you have a problem in your workplace, you like to change a job. If you have trouble in your neighborhood, you like to go into another neighborhood. In here also similar things. Then Buddha advised, no. That is the best place for you. You don't want to change your place. Change the method. Methods means in here particularly advised Buddha to change their insight. Change their insight. So regarding that guidance, instructions for meditation or practice Dhamma, Buddha delivered this discourse, Karaniya Metta Sutta. Unfortunately, most of the time in Dhamma talks, they focus the first part of this sutta. The last part is very important, but last part sometimes avoiding, it's happening sometimes like this. I mean, starting to give a Dhamma talk, so using 1 hour. At the beginning, there are so many details. Going on these details, the last part is forgetting. Somehow, recently I heard someone made a statement, this sutta not delivered by the Buddha. Someone said so. Why? because this one does not explain the Four Noble Truths. Therefore, this sutta not something delivered by the Buddha. There was some scholar monk, he made that a statement. But we can see whether it has a connection with Four Noble Truths or not. At the end of the sutta, you can see it. Beginning of the sutta, you may not be able to directly see it, but we'll see how it's going on. We'll see it. So this sutta we can categorize into few groups. The first one we can categorize as qualities that we should develop. The qualities, what kind of qualities? There are 15 qualities that we have to develop. It mentioned at the beginning of this discourse, karaniya matta kusalena. This word is, this instance is very important. Directly giving us is very important. Directly giving us a goal. Karaniyang atta kusalena. This is the way how we have to get it. Karaniyang, you should do. Who? You mean who here? Atta kusalena. Who is willing to achieve, be a successful person. That person should do this. That person should cultivate these qualities with himself. That is the meaning. Karaniya matta kusalena. Karaniyang atta kusalena. Yantam santam padang abhisamecha. And who wishes to attain that state of calm. State of calm means nibbana. Should act thus. Should act thus. What are those qualities? Now we're going to start the qualities. These are the qualities. Sakko, ujucha, sujucha, suchochassa, muduanati mahani. Then, the first one, he should be a skillful person. He should be a skillful person. Upright, perfectly upright, gentle spoken, gentle and humble. In first stanza, it's explained about these qualities. The first one is very important. Sakko should be a skillful person. What does it mean? What does a skillful person? Try to find the connection with the discourse discussed in the morning with Bhante ji, Sabbhasava Sutta. In Sabbhasava Sutta, you learn there are few ways, few methods that you can use to eliminate your defilements. The first one was Dassanena Pahatabba. The first one was Dassanena Pahatabba. What does it mean to you? Dassanena, seen. You can eliminate some defilements from your mind, seeing them, seeing the defilements. Dassanena Pahatabba. But the meaning is not quite well with that translation. But Dassanena means, another words I like to use, it is insight knowledge. That is the vision. Another word I like to use, wisdom. There are defilements that you can get rid from through your wisdom. Reaching wisdom, cultivating wisdom yourself, you can eliminate all defilements. There is nothing any remain after attain enlightenment as defilements. So then in here, what does it mean? A skill, be a skillful person. There are two meanings here. One is mundane way, Other one is supramundane way. In mundane way, directly we can see these kind of things. What are those? There are people when they try to start something, they are hesitating to start their things. Not now. Today is not good day. The ways that they postpone, oh, it is too early, it is too late, it is too hungry, it is too full, it is sleepy. I did not sleep last night, so I have something to do tomorrow, so I have to prepare for that. In this manner, we are ready to postpone. We have this nature with us. If someone have this kind of situation in their mind, this is laziness. If someone full of laziness like this, so that person is not a skillful person. That person is not a skillful person. Spiritual agencies means you should not have any of these lazy thoughts in your mind. Lazy thoughts in your mind. That is the meaning of the skillful person in mundane way. Mundane view. In supramundane view, skillful person means it's very deep. The person who has samma ditti, right vision, right view, and samma sankappa, right intention, he is the skillful person. Skillful person. According to Noble Eightfold Path, first and second steps, samma ditti and samma sankappa, are very important. Very important. Because all other applications, steps, you have to achieve things. To achieve all these steps, you should have get into right direction. Without right visions, there is no way to get into right direction. So skillful person means you are with right intention. You are with right direction. This is the skillful means in supramundane way. In mundane way, no lazy thoughts. You are controlling your laziness. That is the meaning of skillful person. So, you can see some stories, life stories of the Buddha, the way how he practiced, he developed his skillfulness. There is a story, very famous story, as Bodhisattva, how he was practicing his wisdom, to develop his wisdom, when he was fulfilling 10 perfections. In Kusa and Pabhavati is Jataka story. It's kind of very, very wonderful love story. In that story, it says a very important thing I would like to get from that story, this because it's a long story. Important part. There was a lady, Bodhisattva, born as a king. He was very powerful king on that area, on that country. But he is not handsome. He was an ugly looking, powerful king. Very ugly. None of girls liked to him. But with his pride, he's the king, he wanted to marry the beauteous lady in his kingdom. So, with the help of messengers, he found that beautiful lady. So, he sent a message, the proposal, showing his younger brother. Now younger brother is acting as a king. He is pretending, oh, I am the king, I am the person who is going to marry you. Somehow, middle of the story, the lady who married actual person Kusa get to know the person who that the lady can see during daytime is not the person real that she married. She get to know that. Then she decided to, I don't want to stay this kind of ugly person, even though he is a king, it does not matter. I don't have any interest to stay with this person. She decided, no, I won't go back to my parents. She left from the palace, started to stay with parents. But the king, Kusa, he is not ready to give up his challenge. He is not ready to give a divorce to that lady. He really wanted to have this lady. So what happened? Then that Kusa started the time temporary, he came out from the kingdom and the palace. He gave up all the power to he assigned his brother as an acting king, and then he went away and he found the place where the queen is living. He went there as a person who was searching a job, which regarding cleaning, helping in the kitchen, something like that. They did not know. They wanted to have, there was a vacancy in their place, someone for their kitchen as a helper. So this person looked like very young and energetic. Then they decided to accept him as a kitchen helper. Now he got a job now. The king got a job in that lady's place, Pabhavati's place, Pabhavati's house. Now he became a servant. As a servant, few years, continuously, day and night, without any laziness, he started to work. The purpose is, one day he want to reach that queen and he want to take her back to the palace. That was the intention that he had. Keeping that intention unconsciousness, he started to work for that. So many difficulties was there as a servant. Nothing, any rights for that servant. But he did not use any of the power that king had. He wanted to show his love, his pure, clean, loving thoughts to her. That's why he became a servant. The king became a servant to someone. Very important thing is his courage, his energy, his determination. These are the very important things. So as a bodhisattva, these are the qualities had been developing, practicing as a bodhisattva. These are the qualities. So developing his energy, developing his courage to achieve the goal, even though these mundane objects, that's fine. Important thing is the courage. He did not lose his courage because of any reason, because he completely away from laziness. So this is the way how we can develop our skillfulness. The goal that he made here, it's completely mundane. In the very low level, mundane, look like very low level, but that was his goal. Whether it is mundane or supramundane, it does not matter. That was his goal. As a bodhisattva, this is the way how he developed the skillfulness. Whatever the goals, that he maintained as mundane or supramundane, it does not matter. To achieve that goal, what are the qualities that he wanted to develop, cultivate himself? He was ready to cultivate it. So this is one of wonderful things that we have to think about ourselves. So yes, I can do it. So the barriers are there. Laziness is one barrier. So I'm ready to get rid of that laziness. It might be pride. That is also one of barrier. It is also mental, some kind of sicknesses. So he did not care any of these things. He was able to get rid of all these things to achieve his final goal. This is the skillfulness. This is the skillfulness. To come to Bhavana, join Sutta study retreat, all these goals. It's not easy things. It's very difficult things. Generally, in other days, when you are living in your household life, so many different works, activities were there with you. Period for all these activities during staying in Bhavana, participate in this retreat. It's completely, it's upside down changes were there. Generally, when you are living in your place, your home, whatever you want, you can eat. Whenever you want to sleep, you can sleep. Whatever you want to do, watching movie or anything, yes, you are allowed to do. But in here, even sometimes you don't have, you are there, they are not allowing you to have a little chat. See how poor your practice is here now. You don't have any rights now. No? No rights, even no. In the United States, there are very, very powerful things is speaking, practicing religion, all these things are coming through the constitution. Even though in here you don't have that rights. For what? To develop your skillfulness. To develop your skillfulness. Why? Put into right direction. There are so many avenues turning into wrong directions. For example, is there any syllabus, the schools that you went to learn wrong speech and also harsh word? Is there any syllabus in your school? No. Do you know any of these words? You don't know? You know. Who taught you? Who taught you? This is the nature. All these negative things are coming very quickly to us. But to gently spoke, to gently behave, how many teaching method that we have to use, and there are so many syllabuses in different subjects to teach us. So we spend in hours and hours to train, to give some good education and to change their behavior in our schools. Each and every country, they might spend a lot of money for this, but all these negative things are coming to us naturally, slowly. What kind of avenues are there, we don't know. Somehow, even though you don't have in your syllabus, you are full of syllabus. You had covered to completely that syllabus when you're becoming a teenager. Just turn into 10, 15, you know everything now. Sometimes perhaps you don't have practical knowledge. Some of them now, they are practically knows everything too. How it comes? This is the negativeness that we have. So skillfulness means controlling these negative, knowing is not matter, but that negative effect is very dangerous, because that negative effects driving us to laziness, It's happening even among the kids. Now you can see the kids who are in the classroom, if you ask something to do, right things with the right time, but they have so many things to postpone. No, Dad, I'm doing, no, Mom, I'm doing something else. So I want to finish that. I will do it later. So many things to say. Why? That is the way how our laziness coming out. That is not the skillfulness. So skillfulness means something that you have to gain yourself. It is not something coming with negative influence. It is completely positive. It should be connected with your positive energies and also right direction, right vision, right intention. All these things are there. That is skillfulness. So then when you have that skillfulness, you can develop it upright, perfectly upright, and gently spoken, gentle and humble person. These are the qualities. So all these are connecting each other. All these are connecting each other. What other qualities? Santussakocha subarocha. Content, easily support with pure duties, not burdens to others, with simple in livelihood. Appakichocha sallokavutti. Control in senses, discreet, intelligent and wise. Appagabbo kulesu ananogiddo. Not stubborn, not greedily attached to families. These are the other qualities that you can see. In here, I know you have trouble with not greedily attached to families. I will explain that one. What does it mean? Content. This is very important word, content. Satisfying. In this life, as a mundane person, this is the main weakness that we have. We don't have that satisfaction. We are always focusing negatives, what you don't have. This kind of negativeness with us. We don't focus on the things that we have. We pay attention always the things that you don't have. This is the one dangerous things that we have. Very importantly, just think about ourselves. We born to this human world as human beings. We have bases, ear, nose, tongues, all these are working perfectly. Why we are not happy about these things? We always try to compare with someone, oh, that person has such a things I don't have. Then stress is increasing, along with jealousy. Along with jealousy. Stress increasing, along with jealous. This makes so many trouble. This makes so many trouble. The nature of that jealous and stress, sometimes it's make a question for you, how I can practice spirituality, having this stress and answer. Where are these things? All are outside, not with you. You don't focus on yourself, the things that you have. So many things, they are positive with you. positive things are there, but you are always think about negative things. Generally in here, Q&A sessions, I have one particular question all the time. In this group, I did not get that question yet, but previously, each and every group made that question. What is that? About political leaders. They are not doing right things. When the country where we are living, if they are not doing right thing, how we can practice metta, how we can relax ourselves, how we can practice dhamma. These questions were there. Why we want to focus on someone's negatives? That is one of weakness that we have. Therefore, contentment is very important quality, not just the physical things. Not just the physical things. Even think about mentally. There are so many negatives arising in your mind because that lack of that quality. In another discourse, Buddha advised us the way how we can enjoy in this life, the way how we can enjoy. Actually, as I remember, Vyagapajja Sutta. Vyagapajja Sutta delivered by the Buddha for a young person who came to see the Buddha, and he was asking a question, as a lay followers, what kind of advices given by the Buddha, what kind of advice you ready to give us? That was the question made that young man. Then there are few things that Buddha explained. There are very important 4 qualities that Buddha mentioned. Attisukha, Bhogasukha, Ananasukha, Anavajjasukha. As a lay person, you should have these 4 qualities. Attisukha. Enjoy yourself thinking, yes, I have such things. Enjoy yourself thinking about your things that you belong. Starting with your body. I have eyes, I can see things very clearly. There are some beings, including in our human society, who are not able to see things very clearly. Some are blind by birth. Among them, how lucky I am. Develop your energy. Not to criticize, to develop your energy. There is no reasons to be unhappy. To be happy. Attisukha. I am a person who is living with complete in full basic requisites. When I am hungry, I have something to eat. Be happy. Getting dark, I have a place to sleep. When I am sick, I have access to get medical support. Be happy. To protect my body, I have access to clothes to buy. Be happy. These 4 things are the basic requisites that we have. But instead of be happy of these things, we are going into wrong directions. Oh, that person wearing such a great things, valuable things. He might brought some very special places. I don't have. That means you don't have contentment. That's why you have that trouble. You are wasting your time with unnecessary things. So contentment helps us to manage our time to do right thing in right time. Not to waste for unnecessary things. In this world, there are very famous topics. Time management, work management, so many managements are there. Contentment is very important for all these management skills. Contentment. These are management skills. These are management skills. So, being satisfied, the things that you have, which is very important, it is the background for our all other spiritual achievements. It is a background. It is the base for all other achievements in our life. It is a base. Contentment. And here it does mention a few other things. Control in senses, discreet. The last one I like to go, not greedily attached to families. In Singalovada Sutta, which we are going to discuss next, I think tomorrow, there are 4 things. Chanda, dosa, bhaya, moha. We have to be careful with these 4 things. Chanda, dvesa, bhaya, moha. Chanda means I like it. Dvesa means hatred. Bhaya means fear. Moha means ignorance. So these 4 are defilements. So we have to be careful with these defilements, because importantly, greedily attached because of chanda. I like it. When you have that attachment, you can't see things very clearly. You may not able to do right thing when you are greedily attached. Around the world, you can see, because of this attachment, what is happening. There are people who does wrong things, but we not ready to accept them. It is not big things. It's simple, because we attach to them. We don't say, oh, even though he is my favorite, it does not matter. What he done is wrong. We are not able to say that, because of that attachment. That's why this is one meaning with this one. Even though your family, you're not supposed to attach to greedily. Yeah, you should have attachment. That is one meaning. There is another meaning, particularly this discourse delivered to directly for the monks. As a monks, you know, we are depending on our supporters. As a monk, we are not supposed to categorize with our supporters, or he is helping more than others, or he's giving me such a thing, something like that. We are not supposed to categorize. We are not supposed to attach them, measuring their support. That is the other meaning that it does mention here. Greedily attached to families means, oh, this family is helping me, therefore whatever they are doing, we have to accept. No, we're not supposed to do that. When they come to see you, oh, you're going to appreciate, oh, you are doing such a marvelous things, your life is great, but even though that person don't have right livelihood, because of your attachment, you ready to appreciate that person, then he ready to continue it. He don't have any Dhamma knowledge. You are not serving right things to do. This is the main meaning that we have in here. As lay people, the meaning you can take in different way. How does it? When you attach to family blindly, whether your husband, wife, children doing some wrong thing, because of that blindness, you are not ready to see that weaknesses. You're ready to cover it. Generally, as we know, all the mothers and all the fathers are doing this in this world. No? It's happening naturally. Mothers covering their children if they have weaknesses, they're doing something wrong, but they take as simple thing, oh, it's not a big deal. They are okay, they are innocent, they are young, they don't have still enough knowledge, experience, saying so many excuses, they're ready to protect them, cover them. That is not the things we should do. We should understand wrong as wrong, right as right. That does it means in here. If you are attached to your family in too much, then you are becoming blind. You are not able to make right decisions, which is not support your spiritual development. Because even though that person is your son or daughter, only for this, in this moment. When you are going away from this world, you can't carry your son or daughter. When you are coming to this world, you did not come with your daughter or son. You met them in here. It might be happen according to your karma and their karma. It is something else, but focus on your spiritual journey. Try to understand your nature. When you are living, you can carry only your good and bad, wholesome and unwholesome. None of other materials are not going with you. That's why you're not supposed to attach family too much. Do right things. Use family also as a place where you can develop your spirituality, developing your compassion, developing your sympathetic joy, equanimity. All these qualities are the qualities that you can develop, cultivate, living in a family, being a mother or father, and being children. So this is the way how we have to use these, these things. These are mundane things. Living as a lay person, we have to be mindful to use these things in right directions, to develop our spirituality, to cultivate our spirituality. Nachakuddang samachare kinchiyena vinyu pare upavadeyung. He should not commit any slight wrong. This measurement is very important, so that other wise men might criticize. This is very important. In your spiritual journey, developing, this is one of important stage. You not supposed to commit any slight wrong, How you can recognize those slight wrong? Yena vinyu pare upavadeyum, so that other wise men might criticize. If there is some mistake done by you, not appreciated by wise people, you have to determine yourself not to do it again. Not to do it again. In here, who are the wise people? The word that you learn here today, Sappurisa, true person, is not enough. That translation is not powerful enough to understand that Sappurisa, because that word Sappurisa is very deep and huge. Number one Sappurisa is the Buddha. Number two Sappurisa is Pacceka Buddha. Number three Sappurisa is Arahant beings. And in this manner, we can categorize all the Sattpurisas. Sattpurisas are wholesome friends, wholesome human beings, completely clean and pure. So, Sattpurisa are the people we consider wise people. Wise people. Not the person who is holding 2-3 PhDs. There are in this world people who are holding 2-3 PhDs, doctorates, but they are not wise. They are educated. They know some subjects in deeper level, but they don't know anything about samsara or the way how they can get rid of the samsara. They don't have that thinking ability. They can memorize so many things, but they can't think deeply, widely, quickly. Wise person should be person who can think deeply, widely, quickly. That person can see things very clearly as they are. As they are. It is completely different. So, if that kind of people, wise people, not appreciate even our slight wrong, then we have to determine ourselves not to do it again. Then, if you don't have that sappurisa, right people, true person or wise people, how you can recognize that? To recognize that wiseness, we have to follow the Dhamma. Dhamma means natural law. Natural law. Simply, everybody can understand, killing is not something right. Stealing is not something right. According to Buddhist philosophy, as we know, we have to observe 5 precepts. That is basic things for our life. Why we do observe 5 precepts? Why? Why do you observe 5 precepts? I know some of you are going to observe 8 lifetime precepts very soon. You are on the process and training now. Why you want to observe any precepts? What is the reason? What is the purpose of that precepts, observing precepts? Eh? Harmony. Okay. Eh? Morality. Yes. Peace of mind. Eh? I don't hear. Upright. To be gentle, humble. Yes. All these knowledge come through the books. All these are just in books. That is not real answer. The real answer should come through your experience and through your mind. It should come bottom of your heart. What is that? Particularly, just take one. Abstaining from killing. Why we want to abstain from killing? Yes. It's regarding your metta. You're practicing metta, therefore, I'm not supposed to. No. Eh? Yeah, we're not supposed to do any harmful things to others. Very close, not others. Eh? Yes, that is the, I mean, literally you can see those explanations in the books. I'm asking real answer from your bottom of heart. That's the answer. Protect yourself. That is the real answer. It is your egoistic thoughts, not you protect, you, I mean, at the beginning, you observe all these precepts for your protection, not someone else, for your protection. Just think about if someone try to kill you, do you like it? You don't like it. If someone hurting you, do you like it? No. Then I am promising to myself, I am not hurting anyone. I am not disturbing your life. I'm not going to take your life. What does it mean? I am developing my insurance myself. That is insurance policy that you have. I am not doing anything for you means it's guarantee from me not going to happen any mistake or hurtful things for you. So I don't like those things. That's why I want to get that insurance. Yes.
Also, if you are harmed, you're harmed someone else.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If I may ask protection, why not just I want to be free of all this pain and be liberated from all this mess that is coming from.
That is the real protection.
It's more like a positive thing. I'm not looking for protection. I want liberation.
Yeah, yeah. To liberate means you should have that protection. When you are free from that, you don't have any fear about killing. No one going to disturb you. You have that protection. Then you are free from that suffering. So we observe these precepts because none of these, incidents, we don't like to happen to us. We don't like if someone hurting us or killing us. We don't like if someone is stealing from something from us that belongs to us. We don't like it. So we each other promising ourselves not to steal, not to kill, then we all are protecting ourselves. Each one protecting.
It's not hard. You know, one favorite country of mine, you just promise that, and somebody will take everything you have, and you no food, no nothing, right? So,
that is something else. That's why I said, if everybody can come to this level, then automatically everybody protecting all these things, because we know there is a connection with karma. That's why we observe precepts. Yati sangapate bijantadi sangharate palam. The things that you are sowing is the things that you can reap. If you are killing, then one day you have to pay for it. If you are stealing, one day you have to pay for it. According to Newton's third theory, every action has a reaction. He is talking about physical matters, but even though that theory we can use here, connecting, making some relationship with the karma. Every action has a reaction. That's why I don't want to kill any living beings, because I like my life. Every action has a reaction. That's why I don't want to steal anything from anybody. I like things that belongs to me. Very simple. This is the reality. This is the way how we should do. So then now you can see the way how wise people think about the world. If you don't have real wise people, but you have this knowledge. So use that knowledge as wise advice. You don't want to depend on the person, whether we have wise, true person or not. It does not matter. This method is very simply understand it. So this is the way how we should get support for our spiritual cultivation, spiritual development. In this particular things it mentioned, may all be then having these 15 qualities. There are 15 qualities in here. What are these 15 qualities? Sakko, skillfulness; uju, honesty; suju, perfectly upright; suacho, gentle spoken; mudu, gentle, anatimani, humble, santussako, being satisfied, subharo, easy to support, appakicho, being less busy, sallavukavatti, being simple, santindriyo, controlling in senses, nipako, wisdom, appagabbo, not impudence, kulesu anunogito, less attachment to families. And the last one is nachakuddan samachare kinchiyena vinyu pare upavadeyung, having moral fear and the same for even slight wrong. These are the 15 qualities that we should develop ourselves to establish our spirituality. Whoever is cultivating these qualities with themselves, they can achieve any goals in this world. Any goal. If someone have some kind of mundane goals in their life, these are the qualities. To become a good leader, these are the qualities. To become a good father, mother, these are the qualities. To become a good teacher, these are the qualities. To become an arahant, these are the qualities. Yes.
Why are these two qualities easy to support and not being very busy? These are like external things that we desire. There are no jobs in this country where it can be not busy. Unless we are very money.
No, easy to support means it's different. These qualities we should use to reduce our stress, to maintain our peaceful mind. If you don't have that flexibility, easy to support, then you are always asking same thing every time. Or I need that thing, sir. Or without, if you have some kind of items for your life, you always asking, I need these things everywhere. Then that not meaning easy to support. You're developing, if you don't have that things, then your stress is going up. That's why, yeah, time to time, there are things we have to change, our schedule we have to change. Sometimes the workload is different. We have to do different things. When you go to your working place, your boss might ask you to do, instead of your main things, to some other things. Then at that time, you have to have that quality, flexibility. To manage your workload, definitely you should have these qualities, otherwise you are not able to manage your workload.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, if people cannot also have basic shelter, like very basic, minimal, protect their health, like we talk about clothing, protect your health, then why should that be considered a defect of the person and a lacking of his skill? I mean, that maybe that's just because somebody is breaking that insurance that we talk about and taking everything from him. The person is giving too much better, and we take it. That's not a defect of the person. I mean, like, if I don't have money, that means something is wrong with me.
No, this thing basically is going from beginning to end, these qualities. First, we have to focus on our basic things for our life. Basic things. Those are the basic achievements. Shelter, it is kind of basic things. Not just human beings, for all living beings, shelter. Medicine is basic things. Food, basic things. Clothes, basic things. All these four things the Buddha consider as basic things for all living beings, particularly for human beings. So therefore, you should develop your qualities, these qualities, 15 of these qualities at the beginning, to satisfy with these four basics, requisites. When you able to reach all these basic things, satisfaction is there. Because you gain all these things righteously. Not stealing, doing right thing. Not harming, living peacefully and harmony with others. So to come to that kind of mentality, to have that kind of peaceful environment, these qualities are the qualities that you can develop, and you should live with these qualities to have that peaceful situation with you. If you are not to stay with these qualities, but you try to have your basic requisites, whatever the way, with your greed, hatred is work there, and anger, hatred, and delusions would be there, then stealing, killing, doing harmful things, all these things would be there at the end. Okay, so anyway, time is flying, so I would like to go to the last stanza, because that is very important stanza, even though taking some minutes from other things. Dittincha anupagamma silava dassanena sampanno kamesu vinayage dang naijatu gabbaseyam punareti. The last one, it says, not falling into wrong views. This is the important part. At the beginning, it was mentioning about the qualities. These are very general. Even some other people can say, oh, in our religion, our teachings, we have these kind of qualities to cultivate. Yeah, that's fine. That's true, because these are universal things. And then you have to start to practice metta, metta for all living beings. Then the third part, not developing human quality, developing metta is not enough. Then the last one, not falling into wrong views, virtuous and endowed with vision. You have to develop these. What does means? Not falling into wrong views. Then now you have to uplift your vision to right direction. You have to develop your vision. In here, directly connect with Samma Ditti in this part, right views, Samma Ditti. Then Samma Ditti we can categorize into two groups, Laukika Samma Ditti and Lokottara Samma Ditti, mundane right views and supramundane right views. Then what about mundane? We can start with mundane as a person who is living in a household life. What kind of Samma Ditti that you have to develop as a beginner or practitioner in lay life? So there are 10 wrong views, Miccha Dittis. We have to away from that Miccha Ditti first. That's the one thing. What are those? You don't believe your mother, you don't believe your father, you don't believe about this life and next life, you don't believe about the karma, you don't have confidence about the Buddha. Buddha means not the Siddhartha Gautama. That is not the Buddha means in here. Buddha means person who realize the truth without having any guidance or any teachers. Then as human beings, it is an example, it is a role model for us. We all can come to that. That is the highest level that we can develop this, our human life. That is the highest stages that human being can achieve. So in that meaning, we have to have that confidence. Yes, as I am a human being, I can achieve that goal. You have to have that confidence. That confidence is not coming with blind faith. In here, it's not blind faith. You should have that confidence. That's why believing Buddha means not the blind, having that confidence. And believing Dhamma means that having that, oh, this method is the method that I can apply to develop my humanity, human quality into top of level as Buddha or Arahant being. You have to have that confidence about Dhamma. So basically now you can understand very simple thing. If you don't have confidence, good thoughts about your parents, it is not easy to attain enlightenment. That connection is here with right views. Mother and father means not the mother, father you met at your place where you born. That is not the motherhood and fatherhood. The qualities that they have. That is the important part. Sometimes thinking of, I mean, according to your experience, you might have some unwholesome thoughts about your parents. Yes, I know that talking with some young people, I know they don't like to talk about their parents because of their bad behavior, but forget about those kind of bad behavior that they have. But motherhood and fatherhood means very clean, pure things. You have to have confidence about these pure things. This whole world is a creation of that motherhood and fatherhood. If we don't have that mother and father in this world, not like this. For example, for this one, in 2001 or 2000, there was an incident in UK. The police found a girl, 13 years old, but that girl was not able to speak any language. She was not able to wear clothes like us. She was not able to move like us here and there. She don't know any manners for life, basic manners. What happened? They assigned group of psychologists and doctors to do a research about this girl. Doctors said physically does not have any difference. All the body parts are there. Brain also working. Then sociologists and psychologists, they did research and then they found in her life, she never get a chance to talk with anyone. Their parents did not have to talk. I mean, they did not talk to her. They did not use any words in front of her. They did not put on clothes to her. So how she can learn anything? That's why the Buddha said, our first teachers are our parents. Pubbacharya. The first teachers are our parents. The language that we use today, taught by our parents. The way how we behave, taught by our parents. The clothes that you're wearing, the culture that you belongs, given by parents. Each and every skills that we have built up by our parents. So that Anna's story is the example to understand the relationship with parents and children. Therefore, in here, according to not falling into wrong views, to have good direction, right directions, these confidence thoughts, spiritual developments are very important. This is the beginning of your spiritual development as well as your wisdom. This is the way how you can cultivate your wisdom. The way how you achieve your wisdom with mundane right view, right vision, samadhi, and then you can turn into supramundane, lokottara samadhi to understand Four Noble Truths. That is lokottara samadhi. Without that laukika samadhi, mundane samadhi, it is impossible to have lokottara samadhi. So now you can see the connection with Four Noble Truths, and then virtuous and endeavored with vision, insight developing. Then as a result of this virtuous development, insight development, you are able to get rid five hindrances, fetters, underlying tendencies, taints. All these are step by step you can control, reduce, and eliminate through that wisdom. It does mention here in this stanza. This is the important part. Now you can see the connection, the qualities you have to develop with you, and metta is another important facts for your life as developing metta. All these are your protections, developing all the qualities and metta. Then use that spiritual background to develop your wisdom. Not falling into wrong views, virtuous and endowed with vision. When you're able to reach that goal, then you don't come back again to womb. If you just stop with the jhana, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, after that you can go to Brahma world. If you attain stream entry, in 7 lifetime, you're going to end the sansaric journey, birth and death circle. If you attain any other further stages, according to these stages and development, you're going to end the sansaric journey. That it does mention in here in 10th stanza, the last stanza. So this is the way how we can break this circle. This is the way how we can break this circle. So therefore, the qualities and the way how we can develop the spirituality is very clear in here in this discourse. And anyone in this world who has confidence, who has energy, who determine themselves to achieve these qualities themselves, they are able to achieve this inner peace. Okay, then thank you very much.